Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vicki and this is Vicki Meldrum Wiggin and Knitting. I never say that. So today I'm here to show you knitting. However, I will tell you about the wig I'm wearing, which is Shayna by Trace Allure in Sunset Gold. Sunset Glow, sorry. And I have a love-hate relationship with her. I love her color. I love the fact that she's a little shorter so you can wear things like this without tangling everything. But she is one that looks really good when you fix her in front of the mirror, and then you leave the mirror and you go and do about your day, and then you go back and look in the mirror a little bit later and she's all over the place. And I'm not really sure why that is, but I still give her chance after chance. And I could put a little bit of setting spray in here. I just haven't. I'm not good about putting stuff in my wigs because it gets them so dirty so fast, but I probably should with her so she would stay. But she is pretty. She's a pretty wig, pretty color. I got her from a wig sister. Thank you, Stacy. I wear her. I wore her for Christmas one year when my family was here, and that's when I discovered in pictures how she moved around. So anyway, that's my wig today, and I am going to show you this beautiful scarf shawl that I knitted. This was knitted out of Dream yarn, worsted yarn. And I got this yarn from the Sated Sheep in Dripping Springs when I was on a outing with my girlfriend of 40-something years. We've known each other for 40-something years. She moved in next door to us, and rest is history. Anyway, so this is wool, and it's super warm, super warm. This would be the type of thing that I could put on and go out when it was a breezy, cool day, even a cold day, and I would be warm enough because this thing is really warm. I love the color. I don't make too much in this color. I believe this color is called Emerald, but of course I've thrown the ball bands away, so you know, I don't know why I did that. I don't usually do that, especially before I film something, but usually I keep them just to know in case I want to buy it again. But I mean, I think I know what the yarn is, so colors I could pick out. But anyway, this was a fun, easy, pretty quick knit, and I really enjoyed it a lot. The pattern is called the Leaf Ridge Shawl, and that's going to be backwards, but you can read it. And it is a free pattern on the internet, so I guess just if you like this pattern, I love it. Really, it was really easy to do, fun, and everything. And my dogs love this shawl too because I have pictures of them laying all over it when I'm trying to get it ready to block. But I had to put you're supposed to finish up with this at the end, but I had 2 skeins of the yarn and 2 hanks of the yarn, and I think it was maybe 500 yards, I guess, and I ran out. I was trying to use it all, and I got to close to the end, and I didn't have enough yarn to do that, so I put a picot edge on it instead, which I love picot edges, so that works for me. So anyway, now the picot edge, when you block it, you really have to steam that well because it wants to flip up. But of course I ran out of yarn, so I kind of cheated a little bit on how much I flipped up and how much of the hem I did. So, you know, whatever, we did well. So let me take this off and show you. Oh, that feels nice. It's warmer in the house It's warmer today in Texas. We've been in the 30s and now we're in the 50s. So it's a big, kind of a big change. Anyway, let me step back. Here it is. Pretty, I think. And then here's the pattern. It's still wanting to roll at the top a little bit. But here's the pattern. And as you can see, the picot edge will try to stick up a little bit. So I'm probably going to have to steam iron that with a cloth. But it's just a very easy, the lace part's very easy. This is good TV watching, knitting. And this Dream yarn, I do love it. It's very soft, very, you know, nice to work with. And I have not been able to work with wool in my life ever until I got on this medication, I guess, for plaque psoriasis, which stops it itching. So I don't know if that did it or I don't know what. Just the yarn, I don't know. Superwash maybe, I don't know. And this is superwash, and you are supposed to be able to wash it in the washer and dry it in the dryer, but I probably will not with this. I will probably hand wash it and lay it flat to dry like I do all my other good hand knits with everything but acrylic. You know, I do that acrylic I throw in the washer and dryer, but not wool or alpaca or cashmere or anything else that even if it says you can, although I don't think it ever says you can put cashmere in the washer. Anyway, so I don't knit with much green wool, green yarn, but I'm really glad I did with this because it's really pretty. I have green eyes, so, you know, I should wear more green, but I haven't much. Anyway, that's what I have for today. I have done much more knitting. I've knitted hats and socks and stuff, but I just haven't shown anybody, really. I haven't done a video on it, but I've shown it to the Lone Star gals. But, you know, I thought that was important enough to warrant a video. So, right now I'm working on a cable sweater, cardigan, a sweater that I knitted 50 years ago. I taught myself to knit at 17, giving away my age. So I knitted it 50 years ago. I made it for my mother-in-law, and she gave it back to me, my first mother-in-law. She gave it back to me telling me that it made her look like a football player, and could I fix it? So I put it under the bed in the box I gave it to her and left it there for I don't know how long. And then one day I took it out and decided to wear it. And so I wore it a few times, and I wore it to a church auction we were having for a building fund. And somebody's wife wanted that sweater really badly. So he asked me, the husband asked me if I would put it up for auction. And I didn't really want to. This was back in the probably in the 80s, maybe 90s, I don't know, 80s probably. And so they just took it off my back and put it up for auction, and he ended up buying it. There was quite a few bids on it, and he ended up buying it for $500 back then. So I guess it went to a good cause. But after it was sold, I kind of thought, oh, I'll just knit me another one. But I never did. I just, you know, through the years, I just never did. And there's not much call for heavy things in Texas, but a cardigan you can take on and off. So I decided I was going to knit it. So I have the book. I've had the book for years. I've looked at that sweater many times, and I couldn't find the book. I went through everything. I have my knitting closet, the closet that has all my books and my yarn and everything in it. And it's a big closet, but I went through all the books, all the magazines, everything. in that room, and I couldn't find the book. And I knew what it looked like. I knew what the page looked like. I knew what the front looked like, and I just couldn't find it. So then I vaguely remember that I decided one time to put that magazine in that pattern book in a place where I would separate it from the crowd, and so I could get to it easily because I knew I wanted to knit it again someday. So when I did that, I messed myself up because I hid it from myself so that I can't find the book. So I had been scouring for about 2-3 months, eBay, vintage patterns, everything, just going and going. I never could find it. Well, recently the book popped up, and I thought, oh my God, that's the book. So I wrote the lady and I asked her to check because all the pictures she had in there, that sweater wasn't there. So I asked her to look and see if that cardigan cable knit sweater was there. And she did. She found it and said, yes, here it is. And she took a picture of it. So I bought it. And so now I have the book again. I'm knitting the sweater. You know, the pattern book's going to turn up now that I've done that, but I don't care. David always says to me, doesn't hurt to have a backup. So anyway, ladies, until next time, and if I have any knitting or any, I haven't bought a wig in a while. I don't know why, but I just haven't bought a wig in a while, so haven't had any to review, but we'll see if I do. I've been looking at them, but you know, I have so many that I don't know if I need any more, but I guess need doesn't have a lot to do with it, but want. But if something good comes out that I want to, you know, buy from the Beauty Nook, I will. Or if I find anything else, I will, but I haven't found anything. So here's this beautiful scarf one more time, and I will see you next time.